Las Vegas Motor Speedway is the site of stop number 3 on the Mello Yello Racing Series. We're set for racing here on this mile and a half racetrack. 41 laps of distance here today. It's running at a Samstown 300, and here comes the. Had a good race at Daytona. Had a dominant race at Rockingham by one of the drivers, and so we'll see what happens here today on this track they call the Diamond and Desert. And I don't know why they call it the Diamond and Desert, to be honest. So anyway, here's the starting line for today's running of the event. On the pole, it is Harrison Ponder, number 22. His first pole, I believe, of the season. He'll be alongside number 35. Jesse Turner is alongside of him. Both drivers looking for their first wins of the season. Second row will have Jonathan Zorlin, number 25, the Duralube Chevrolet. And number 44, the Slim Jim Chevrolet of William Brock. He was the guy who won down in Rockingham in dominant fashion. Next row down, third row, we'll have number 27, Paul Minnick, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. Beside him will be the IGA Chevrolet of Henry Sanford alongside of him. Fourth row will have Zach Winkle in the car number 47, the Monroe Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside Phil Parker, number 31, the Napa Chevrolet. The fifth row will have Derek Hamill, number 90, the Coin Textile Services Chevrolet. Beside him will be number 18, the MBNA Pontiac of Preston Florida. He's alongside the first non-Chevrolet product in the qualifying order. Sixth row will have Cole Deaver, number 3, the AC Delco Chevrolet. And the Timberwolf Chevrolet car number 37, it's Kev Shearer alongside, both of them carrying in-car cameras. The next row down will have Chris Dollerton, number 21, the Band-Aid Chevrolet. Beside him will be the number 87 Bell Mobility Chevrolet of Robbie Bogues. He's alongside. Next row down, we'll have Keith Batson, number 60, the Winn-Dixie Ford, and he'll be alongside car number 33, the Bear Aspirin Chevrolet. It's Chelsea Bowles. Next row down, we'll have the Cheez-It Chevrolet, Cheez-It Pontiac, car number 60, or, son of a gun, the Cheez-It Pontiac car 00, of Seth Cole. He'll be on the inside of the next row down, and he'll be alongside car number 59, the Kingsford Chevrolet of Zachary Fitzworth. Seth Cole, by the way, our third in-car camera in today's event. The next row down, we'll have Johnny Gardner, number 34, the Gould's Pump Chevrolet, and car number 1, the Bob Evans Chevrolet of Dylan Young, sits alongside. Next row down, we'll have Joshua Osborne, number 15, the Oakwood Home Chevrolet, and number 74, an unsponsored Chevrolet. It's Joshua Sakuli, alongside. Sakuli was the pole sitter by way of Rockingham. Next row down has the Daytona winner, Nick Baxter, number 32, the Kleenex Chevrolet, and the Redman Tobacco Chevrolet of Shane Lake sits alongside. His car number is 99. Next row down, they'll have Gene Sanford, number 60, the number 66 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet, and number 40, the Channellock Chevrolet of Phil Goldberg sits alongside. Going to the next row, we'll have car number 8, the Clean Shower Chevrolet of Ryan George, and beside him, it'll be car number 89. It's Kyle Langland sitting alongside. Next row down, we'll have Jay Jefferson, car 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac, and he'll be alongside car number 5, the Schneider Chevrolet of Charles Stanford. Next row down, we'll have Kat Batson, car number 9, the Track Gear Ford, and she'll be alongside Eli Bright, the Pep Boys Chevrolet, car number 29. Couple of buddies sitting in the next row down. It'll be Kyle Matthews, the defending series champion, number 45, the Sprint Spree Chevrolet, and car number 17, the DeWalt Chevrolet of Jessica Shelton. Next row down, we'll have Al Lagacy, car 63, the Exxon Superflow Chevrolet, and car number 98, the Diego Yepes, in the Lysol Ford, Next row down, we'll have Eric Rafalski, number 93, the Amico Ultimate Pontiac, and Jonathan Wong, number 38, the Barbasol Ford. Next row down, we'll have Boris Wiesen, number 50, the Dr. Pepper Chevrolet, and the Altel Chevrolet car number 10 of Zach Flickinger. And rounding out the field, David Bonneau Jr. in the Lance Snacks Chevrolet car number 4. So the commands begin with the engines. This is set for 41 laps of action on this mile-and-a-half racetrack that is Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, Cole Deaver, Kev Shear, and Seth Cole will be carrying our in-car cameras in today's event. 2 winners in the first 2 races of the season. And let's see if we can make it 3 for 3 here at Las Vegas if we do. And right now, the man who surprised them all at Daytona, Harrison Ponder, has the pole for today's event. As the green flag is about to fly for 41 laps here, as we are underway in the Samstown 300. Pole speed for the event, a blazing 196 miles per hour. That's about almost Talladega speeds right there. At least on the Cup Series side. These cars tested, well, you'll find out how they tested Talladega, actually. So, and dig that speed shot right there for the Digger Cam. As the field comes out of backstretch, Harrison Ponder leads. Second position is Jonathan Zorlin, number 25. Battle for third between 27 Paul Minnick and 47 Zach Winkle as they come off the 4th corner. Minnick hung up to the high side of the track. Winkle on the Winkle takes the 3rd position away, but not for long, because here comes Cole Deaver to the inside of both Zach Winkle and the 90 of Derek Hamill as the field goes through in turn number 3. Deaver charging to the front in the AC Delco Chevrolet. And you're riding on board Cole Deaver's car. Field rounds off the second turn here. You saw the blade change right there. Jonathan Zorlin takes the number 1 spot now from Harrison Ponder, but Ponder's trying to come back on the inside of the racetrack as they come off the 4th corner. Zorlin led the last time by. Now Ponder's going to lead this time by. And that's let Cole Deaver move up through the field right there. Dallerton and Batson follows behind Deaver as they come off the 2nd corner. Battle for position going on between Johnny Gardner and Seth Cole as they come out in the 3rd turn. And 3 wide again. Chris Dallerton dips low on Deaver and Zorlin both, as both the 3 and the 21 are moving their way up through the field. As Harrison Ponder continues to lead the event there, they are still 3 wide in the turn number 1. Deaver gets loose. Oh no! And he and Zorlin both hit the wall, come off the 2nd turn. And that's stacked up the whole field back in the back of the pack. But both drivers did a masterful job saving that coming off the 4th corner here. I thought it was going to be a wreck, to be honest. And you see a tire marker there behind. We'll see it. We'll see when we get a good shot here. We saw a tire marker on the side of Cole Deaver's car. There it is right there. You saw a tire mark right there on the side of that number 3 AC Delco Chevrolet. But he and Zorlin still ticking for the moment, so hoping to see what they got. Still early on in the race, they may try to make a charge back to the front. We'll see. Harrison Ponder continues to lead the event. 2nd position now, belonging into Zachary Fitzwater as he and Keith Batson go at it. But Seth Cole now falls behind in the 3rd position, trying to follow behind in the 3rd position at the moment. On board Seth Cole's car. They head off into turn number 1. Seth now following behind Harrison Ponder, see if he can try to pick up a draft. So some good racing to kick things off here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Seth Cole now hung to the high side as Derek Hamill moves inside. But now Joshua Osborne says, no, but it's time for me to see if I can go for the lead here. And he will move inside of Hamill and Seth Cole both. And Osborne's going to take second for the moment. But here comes Robbie Bogues in 87. As he'll dive inside of Osborne or stick behind him for the moment. Nope, he'll go inside of him now. Try to take second position away, but all this is letting Harrison Ponder just pull ahead in that 22 car here. I don't know if anybody's got anything for Ponder in this race here, because if they keep trading positions like that, they will surely lose position. They'll surely lose ground on the 22 car. But now Osborne and Bogues may have hurt me because they are now hooking up behind. So often a single car draft is usually the best way to catch a car there, as opposed to running them side by side. And even though that is good racing, though, that you do pay a penalty of losing a ground to the leader. Now Robbie Bogues in the 87 is going to take second position away from Osborne as they come into turn number 1. And they're trying to, and they are gaining on that 22 of Harrison Ponder, but nope, here comes Osborne coming back on the inside again for second position. As now Preston Plord's taking fourth position away. And I thought I heard tires screeching. Yes, indeed, I heard tires screeching. Ryan George, Cole Deaver's hit Jonathan Zorlin. Deaver has hit Jonathan Zorlin in 25. Bad crash for the number 3 car. The 8 car of Ryan George, I think, was also involved in the crash. There's Zorlin, the damage to the dirt loop, and the AC Douglas Chevrolet. Yep, there's Ryan George at number 8. And some damage to the number 10 car of Zach Flickinger. As the yellow flag flies for the first time this season, we had caution for races at Daytona and Rockingham. This happened in the back of the pack. Let's take a look again as to what happened in turns 1 and 2. As Flickinger got up, Ryan George hooked up and he went down to the bottom of the 25 of Zorlin, and there's 63 of Al Lagacy also involved in the crash as he spun. But Lagacy, I think, kept on going again, and Zorlin looked like it was just going to be those 4 or 5 cars, those 4 cars in the crash. And here comes Cole Deaver in the 3 car right up at this point. And I think he's going to come right now, I think. Ooh! And I don't know if that was from the earlier altercation they had between the 25 and the 3 cars. But nonetheless, though, Cole Deaver out of the race along with those other 4 cars. Let's ride with Cole Deaver on this one. So we were caution-free for the first 14 laps of the event here, as they were averaging 184.5 miles an hour. And that's going to drop significantly as Harrison Ponder still leads the event, but that was a break for those trying to catch him, too. And, oh, Harrison Ponder, the leader's coming down pit road along with the pace car. The leader of the race is coming down pit road as the green flag is about ready to wave again. So problems possibly for the leader of the race who's led the first few laps here, Harrison Ponder. Coming down pit road, that's going to get the lead to Joshua Osborne. In 25, number 15, excuse me, Robbie Bogues is now going to be second, Preston Plord third, fourth is Jesse Turner. And 5th position is now going to be Jay Jefferson in 36. As meantime, Bogues is going to take the lead now. Here comes Preston Plord to the inside of the number 18 car. And they're going to be side by side. And now we're going to see some racing here between these front. I don't know how many cars there is. 35, Jesse Turner to the inside here. He comes to the inside. That's Jefferson in 36, Chelsea Bowles in 33, 21, Chris Dollerton in this mix as well. As they come off the fourth corner now here, and here comes Jefferson for the lead. And we are seeing 200-mile-an-hour laps around Las Vegas, and that is speed you never see on a track like this. And 22, Harrison Ponder, he's going to move in front of the field. It's going to scatter the entire field right there. And that held up the 36 and the 18, and the cars behind him, behind them, as Harrison Ponder, who had whatever problem he had on pit road, he's it's been cured, but he's now been a lot of drivers angry. I should say at him, because coming up back on pit road right in front of the entire lead pack, and I thought for sure it was going to be a wreck as well as they went in the third turn. But at any rate, that does give the lead to Jesse Turner now in 35. Chelsea Bowles is now second. Third is Derek Hamill. Kyle Langland's up to the fourth position with Seth Cullen fifth. On board Seth Cole's car. Off turn number two they come. He and Kyle Langland trying to catch that front pack of cars there. That's Langland 89 up ahead in the fourth position. And here comes Seth to the inside. He'll move Langland up the track, and now he'll follow the 90 car, Derek Hamill, as he'll move ahead of Chelsea Bowles in the 33 car. That's for second place. Seth, who had horrific outings at Daytona and Rockingham, looking to vindicate himself here at Las Vegas, and he is doing a pretty good job right now running in the top 5, but he's about to lose a couple spots right now to Kyle Langland and Zachary Fitzwater in the 59 cars. Now Phil Parker's now in this mix now in the 31. He's now moved into the 7th position with Shane Lake behind him in 8th. Chris Dollerton back in this pack in 9th position. Battle for 10th between Jay Jefferson and Joshua Sekuli and William Brock and Robbie Bogues. As they come off the fourth corner here, you see Jefferson moving ahead for 10th position in the Stanley Tools Pontiac. And Dylan Young now right behind the number 1 car running in 14th position. Gene Sanford in 15th. Nick Baxter 16th. 17th is Eli Bright. Kev Scheer now moving ahead past Charles Sanford into 18th position. Kyle Matthews behind him, along with Jessica Shelton, Joshua Osborne, and Phil Goldberg. And the 9 car also behind that's Kat Batson, as now Shelton moves Kyle Matthews up the track. And those two drivers started in the back of the pack of cars, and now they both moved their way up to the field nicely, but still got quite a ways to go if they want to challenge for a decent position. Another 3 wide as Shelton and Matthews now following the clutches of Joshua Osborne. That's a 3-way battle. Now Matthews backs off the throttle, but Shelton ain't giving an inch as they come off the second turn here. Now Charles Sanford shows some power in it. Orange number 5. Off the fourth corner, they see the number 5. Off the fourth corner here, Kev Scheer now pulls ahead of this pack of cars to their 18th position is where they're at right now. As this battle now continues to rage on between the 36 and 87, and now Derek Hamill now is falling back to the pack. And meanwhile, we got a new leader. Chelsea Bowles is now the leader, now number 35. Or 33, excuse me. But Jesse Turner actually pulled back ahead of Chelsea, and now Turner takes the lead back again. And Zachary Fitzwater now takes second position away. Bowles has now dropped to third. Seth Cole's now up to fourth. And 3 wide for fifth between Jefferson, Dalton, and Lake. As they go into the third turn now, still 3 wide. 2 Chevys and a Pontiac in this mix of cars. And Lake slaps the welcome off the fourth corner. And yeah, I say he slapped it because he's got a tire mark on the side of that 99 car. And meantime, Jean Sanford, 66, she begins to work her way through the field now, as she is now followed behind the Rockingham winner, William Brock, in the 44 cars, and also, actually, she's between the race winners, William Brock, the Rockingham winner, and the Daytona winner, Nick Baxter in 32. Shot from the copter cam, as now you see, as the battle for the lead, you see continuing to rage on here, as now Chelsea Bowles now takes second position back away from the this pack of cars, but now Jay Jefferson now wants to take second position away and hope and improve his shot at possibly winning a race for the first time. Jefferson, one of the drivers that moved up from the Advocare Truck Series, along with guys like Eric Rafalski in 93. So those two, along with Shane Lake, actually, he also moved up from the Truck Series as well. So those three drivers looking pretty good so far here in the Mello Yello Racing Series, as now Jefferson tries to close up on Jesse Turner, and they are coming down now for, it will be 7 laps to go. Harrison Ponder, the man who led the early portion of this race, he's now the lap car they're trying to negotiate around. Jesse Turner did it successfully, but 36 of Jay Jefferson didn't, and then he is going to get, and he and Kyle Langland got a little bumper tag as they come up to turn number 1. But now Jefferson goes backwards, and Langland's now going to take second position away, and he's coming out of nowhere in an 89 car. That's the Fiberall Allra Chevrolet. The car painted about a shade of midnight blue and hopes to shine in the victory lane as this race is over. But they still got 6 laps to go. Jesse Turner, after a couple of subpar races, hopes to get himself a win here, as he has not been really pleased with his results, as he had a mediocre finish at Daytona, then had a bad day at Rockingham, and he said he wants to get a good run here today at Las Vegas, maybe possibly get a win if he possibly can. And right now he has he stands a pretty good chance of doing so, but Kyle Langland is pulled up behind him now. Langland, you may remember in his first season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, won the last 2 races of the season last season, and which was his first 2 of his career there. So Langland definitely one of the hot up and coming drivers in our offline racing. But right now, challenging one of the best in Jesse Turner as they come out the fourth corner. Turner moves to the high side, Langland to the low side now. They're battling they're going side by side for the lead, but Turner slams the door on him. 3 laps to go. And they got the 44th William Brock to contend with now in the Slim Jim Chevrolet as he's wanting his second win in a row here. And Robbie Bogues, don't count him out just yet at 87. He's closing as well. And in fact, Brock is looking to the inside of Langland. Now there could be a break for Jesse Turner. 2 laps to go. And now William Brock coming with a full head of steam in that 44 car. He is now trying to close up in a 35 car Turner has pulled ahead just a little bit, though, but they'll be coming. But they're running out of time. The white flag's about to wave here. 1 lap to go here at Las Vegas. And let's see what happens on the final lap of the race here. Jesse Turner, still the leader in car number 35. He has led for much of the last half of this race as they come off the second corner now. Turner out in front. Brock trying to make one last second charge. Brock trying to close up a little bit in that number 44 car, but it's going to be too little too late. Off the fourth corner, Jesse Turner wins the Samstown 300 at Las Vegas. Jesse Turner, car number 35, that white and black Chevrolet with a little shade of blue on it. So it goes to victory lane here today. Second place will go to William Brock. Robbie Bogues comes home third. Fourth will go to Kyle Langland. And Cab Shearer in the 5 car finishes, in the 37 car finishes in 5th position here today. A great day for him. Going 6th will be Gene Sanford. 7th will be Seth Cole. 8th will be Nick Baxter. Dylan Young, 9th. And the 90 of Derek Hamill will finish in 10th position. So an average speed of 165.674. Jesse Turner gets his first victory of the season. As 3 races are in the books in the NRSL Mello Yello Racing Series. Give me the rest of the finishing order here. Joshua Sakuli will come home in 11th position. A good run for that unsponsored Chevrolet. Jay Jefferson comes home 12th. Phil Parker 13th. Joshua Osborne 14th. Zachary Fitzwater 15th. He dropped down a few spots. Jessica Shelton moved up to the 16th position. Kyle Matthews 17th. Shane Lake 18th. 19th will go to Eli Bright. And Zach Winkle will finish in 20th. Chelsea Bowles, who was up there for much of the second half of the race herself, she dropped to 21st. Johnny Gardner, 22nd. Paul Minnick, 23rd. 24th will go to Preston Plord. Kat Batson, 25th. Her husband, Keith Batson, right behind her in 26th. Phil Goldberg, 27th. Henry Sanford, 28th. 29th, Eric Rafalski. And 30th position will go to Charles Sanford. Jonathan Wong, 31st. Boris Wiesen, 32nd. David Vino Jr., 33rd. And Diego Yepes will be the last car on the lead lap in 34th. Al Legacy, Zach Flickinger. Chris Dollerton had some problems in the late going. He dropped to 37th for some unknown reason. And Harrison Ponder, who had a dominant first half of the race, he ends up 38th, 3 laps down. Cars out of the, and he's the last finisher of the race. Cars out of the race, unfortunately, Cole Deaver, Jonathan Zorlin, and Ryan George. That's the cars out of the race, and that's the story here from Rockingham as we'll head to Atlanta Motor Speedway next on the tour for the Motorcraft 300. And congratulations again to Jesse Turner, the winner here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Samstown 300. So that's the story from Rockingham. We'll see you at Atlanta, and we'll see you next time.